Morning, friends. Morning, morning. Happy Monday. It's just tech check-in time. We got one more minute. If you're on early, hello. Say hi and let me know you're here. I'm just, as usual, making sure everything's all set up. It's 11 o'clock. And here we are, another Monday. We gotta. Okay. Well, let's get started. Okay? It'll pop on. There it goes. Sometimes it just takes, and my internet seems to be, it's cold like the weather. Doesn't want to get going, you know? So, how is everybody? I'd love to know how you're doing. If you had a good weekend, if you're having a long weekend, if you're off today from school, from work, anything else, if you're staying warm, because it's pretty chilly out there. Hope nobody lost power with the crazy wind that we had here in Northeast Ohio. So, if you remember, I'm going to turn my camera down, okay? So we can get going. But remember, if you're watching the replay, that's wonderful. A lot of people do. But I would love it if you would comment and let me know what you thought and if you watched it and all that good stuff. All right, and I'm sorry for the glare. It's just the shadows. I've played around with the lights, but it just is what it is. So we make the best of what we got, right? Okay. So last week we did a lot of paint pouring, and here's one, and I think this is one of them that we're going to use today. Okay. Here's another one. Here's one. Look how they're all so different. And I have a few more that I'll show in a bit. I'm going to get this one. I'm not sure if we're going to use this one today, but I just thought it was so cool. Okay, so here's the one side. This one's kind of thick, but see how they're flexible and pliable and all that fun stuff. So there's that. But I want to show you the other side. I'm going to turn it over. I would love to know what you guys think of this. Isn't that unique? Look, I'll get it up closer. Look it. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. This must just be a piece of art on a canvas. But we'll see. Okay? So, but I just wanted to show you. So we are going to do a couple different projects this morning. I'll put that off to the side. And let me move a few of these things out. Okay, so with Valentine's Day coming up, I thought we could do a heart. Now, here's a wooden piece. This seems awfully close. There, let's maybe try that. I'll move over a little. Okay. So, this is just a wooden heart. Okay. So, I'm going to use this paint skin and cover up this wood. All right, what do you think? I think it's worth a try. You know, all this is leftover paint, and if it doesn't work, it's okay, because oftentimes when we get paint to the bottom of the jar, we just don't know what to do. So that's one of the things we can use it for, and use up that paint. Okay, so I think this is the one we're going to do, and I'm going to show you. See, this is one that I did. Let's get up here closer. And I made this into a magnet. That'd be simple enough. I think people could do this together with friends. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, I say that a lot. What do you think? Because I'd love to know what you guys think. Another one we're going to do is, I think this looks like water. When this paint pour finished, I really thought it looked like, well, let's say Lake Erie. Okay? That's where I live. So I painted, and we're gonna do that one. So those are the two. Maybe if we have time, we're gonna maybe do some wood rounds, and yeah, let's go from there. Okay. So let's start with our heart. Okay. So as you see, I started, and I kind of thought, what colors? Well, there's red and purple and yellow in here, but I figured I would just stay with the red and the purple. So I started painting, so let me get my paint. Okay. So I got my paint, and I want to finish painting this. Okay, so I'm going to take my paint brush and paint the sides. Now you can mix the paint together a little bit, or you can paint one color and then mix in the other, or just do one color. And this is a great thing that one of our friends can do, because they could be painting with their adapted paintbrush if they need it, using a built-up handle. Okay, so I think I need some purple in there. And we're going to dry it. Put a little more red. Okay, what do you think? Thinking that looks pretty good. We'll dry. I get my dryer, so it might make some noise. Well, it does make noise. I'm just letting you know. You gotta make sure it's good and dry. And it takes longer than you think, but it's all part of the process. Now, you could just let this air dry, and that would be perfectly fine. But since we want to move on to other stuff. Whoops, sorry, I got the volume. Let me turn this down. There we go. Yep. Okay, so now we got it ready. Okay, so now I am going to lay it on here. See where I'd like to put it on. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over. And, I gotta get up one moment. I don't think let's see. Hang on, one moment. I'm coming. Plus, I gotta keep this door closed with the warm air coming on. It makes some noise. There we go. Okay, so I needed a pen to mark this, and I was gonna look for my friction pen, which after I write with it, if I heat it up, it'll erase. So I'm going to trace around my heart. Or you could just cut it out, but this way I'll know it'll fit on there. See if it'll. And it is drawn on there pretty good. Might not be perfect. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can you see the lines at all? There, you can see the line. Okay. So now I'm going to take my scissors and cut this out. And save, you know, some of this is thick. So your friends might need help cutting it out. And that's okay. See how flexible this is? Okay. Let's keep going. Cut this out. How many of you guys, like, when you're cutting stuff out, yeah, purse your lips a bit, like it's helping you? Yeah, I just noticed that. Maybe it's just today, maybe it's all the time. All right. You can always trim this a bit later, or just keep it the way it is. All right, so let me move these pieces to the side. Okay. Not sure how many of my friends are going to pop on today, because it's a holiday for many of my friends. Let's see. Okay, I got to trim this a little bit more. Make sure it's, this side would be pretty too, wouldn't it? It's your choice. So look at both sides. See what you think. I can always go back after we glue it and trim it a bit too. I'm going to see if I can trim this more. That's up to you. Totally up to you. Okay? It's kind of hard to trim it afterwards, I found. Unless you want to use one of those knives. That's up to you. Remember, safety is first. Okay? So that might be something an adult or somebody should do. One nice thing about, since we painted it, if we have a little parts that are a little over or not covered totally, that's okay too. We might go around and trim it again. So, okay. So, there's my heart on the wood. Looks pretty good. So now let's glue it down. So, I am just going to use tacky glue, okay? Come on. Take that glue. Let's see. This one needs a little TLC. Let's try this one. There we go. This one's coming up. Okay. Make sure we get the edges. And this is glue that'll dry clear. wipe off the edges after we get it down. Okay, and if you want to smooth it out a bit, you can use a paintbrush or your finger. I'm just wiping it on my table because I have a cloth on it. Okay, and let's put this down. Now I use this Scotch tacky glue and it seems to dry pretty quick. Let's put the top back on. And wiping some of the excess glue off. And look at, we can use our muscles and spread it out. Make sure it's on there good. See, there is some over the edge, but I'm going to wait till that dries before I go and try trimming. Be a cute shelf sitter. We'll work on that later. Decide what you want to do, if you want to do anything on the back and what else we can do with it. Okay, got some paint on this. Let's wipe that off. Okay, so. Alright, so there's our first one. I might do something in a little bit after it dries. So I'm going to set this aside. And let's work on this one. Let's glue this one down. See how we want to do this. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not sure if we're going to do the sides. No, let's just glue it to the top and see what happens. Okay? More glue. Again, spread it out. How many like the feel of glue? How many don't like the feel of glue? If it has excess, I think I'm going to try to go over the edge on this one. Let's try that. Let me get some glue. Let's see how that works. Because, you know, sometimes when we're doing this on Make It Monday, it's just playing and seeing what happens with each thing. And if you like it, great. And if you know something doesn't work, that's okay too, because we're just learning together and trying things together. Okay. All right, so let's come back. Ooh, the sides, remember, they got glue on them. Okay, so we're going to do it right about like that, I think. And remember, I painted underneath because there were going to be some spots that weren't going to be covered by this. Okay. Trim off whatever we don't want later. I'm not sure if my heat gun, my dryer will work on this one. I'm gonna trim a little bit of this off. And it's okay if things underneath still show through. It's okay. Okay, we might have to put more glue on some of this. We'll find out in a minute. Sorry, I think I moved out of the camera. Sorry about that. I'm going to put a little more glue underneath there. That's why when friends are watching, Somebody can tell me, Pam, you're out of the camera. Okay. I think it looks kind of cool on this side. Well, let's let that sit aside. And we'll come back to that one pot. I'm going to put some more glue underneath there before we go on to the next, because the other part seems to be sticking. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. What are you thinking? Got a couple ideas of what to do with these. Okay. All right, I'm going to put that one aside. Okay. So now we got these rounds. There we go. Sorry. Came up with a message. I'm not sure what it was doing. It's talking to me. Okay, so I have these rounds. Now they do have little holes in them, and you can make this into jewelry if you wanted. I'm just going to cover these. I'm not sure what we're going to do with these. Let's just do these, and in the next few weeks we'll play around with these, okay? But what I did is I took my shape cutter, and I took one of the, let's see if this one will work. Some of them are too thick that they don't cut through, but some do. That's why it's so cool. So I'm going to put my shape cutter in there. This is a great one for good muscles. Let's see. It might have worked. It did. Okay, so we have a shape. And I cut out a couple other ones, okay? So we could use this one. And we could glue it on there. Just be fun. Could be a piece of jewelry. It could be a magnet. It could be an ornament of some kind. Like I have a tree that I have up all year round that I decorate for different holidays. And so you could do that. Okay. Now I just left this wood round natural. You could color it. You could use a marker and color the edge, color all around. I think when we're all done, I probably will seal these, but we will see. That might not be today because I want to make sure that the glue and everything is good and dry. Okay. Okay, so there's that one. Let's do another one with one of these. I really like this one. I think this is cool, the way it's kind of rough. So I'm going to put some glue on this side. Is this making anybody think about what you'd like to do with those paint skins that you made? I think it'd be great to share. I'd love to see a picture. Love it, love it, love it. And what a great thing for our hand skills to use those shape cutters. And even this, squishing it down. You know, it's really not a right or wrong. You know, you could decorate a lot of things. I think we won't be meeting next Monday because Pam will be gone. And then the following week, I think we're going to use these again and maybe make a mosaic picture. So come join us then. Okay? All right. So there's that. Okay. And while we're here, look at, this is one way that you can decorate it. You could put just like your initial. Let's do that because I just found this. This was this one. And, you know, I know they're sticky back, but I always like to put a little glue. And we can put it like, let's see. I think I'm going to make this into a magnet. So it doesn't matter where that little hole was. There. Or I might put a little clip on the back so it can use it as a clip. That might be fun too. Or a clip with a magnet so it can go up on my vision board or something. So many ideas. See? Possibilities are endless. And you do what you think you want to do. Okay? Alright, our other ones are still drying. Let's keep going while we're waiting. Let's decorate this one a bit. Let's put, how about just some fun buttons. Okay? What do you think? Yeah. Alright, so let's put that there. This one here. We have to wait afterwards because we have to let these dry. What a great, this is becoming quite a good fine motor task today because I have to manipulate these buttons. Actually, it's good for choice making. Yep. Okay. So we can do other things, but it's just a fun little round thing. Yeah. Now, since the hole is over here, and if I wanted this to be an ornament, I could just glue the string up here, and it could work just fine. Okay? And so, if you wanted to make a magnet out of it, that's great. And even a square one. Let's see. We have so many. You could just wait, because I'm going to see what else I have. Okay? And then we're going to, a couple weeks, we're going to practice, we're going to play. I'm going to show you. I'm going to come up with something for this one. I just think it turned out gorgeous. Okay? So, there's those. So, remember, you can use a shape cutter, or you could cut it out. There's this one. This is the one we used. Okay? And you can get these rounds, or you can use whatever, little piece of wood. You can even get these wood pieces in round. It doesn't have to be the little slice of wood. Okay? All right. So let's see how our heart is doing. Okay? Ooh, it's stuck good. So I'm going to just trim off the edges if I can. And probably could, I'm not sure if we could sand this or not, so. But they're not sharp edges, so just trimming it. Okay, got that one trimmed. Let's check our other guy. I'm gonna trim this off a little bit. I can glue that down better. Remember, you do what you want to do. Okay. So I'm going to have to go back and put a little more glue. Like, often it's good we wait. A little more glue. see how that works. Okay. All right. Now, you can decorate this however you would like. If I can find it, I am going to put a little phrase on mine. Okay? So, let's see. I had a few, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. I think what I'm going to put on this one is have a happy day. And this is just fabric that I found with words, but you could do paper and you could write out something and put on there, or you didn't have to do anything, and you could just embellish it with some buttons and beads and trinkets and whatever you'd like. Okay, so I'm going to glue this have a happy day on here. Now you could probably use hot glue, but I had this glue right here, so might as well use it. Have a happy day. And I have another one of these that I put in my kitchen, and let's see. Okay, and so it's going to be a shelf sitter. Okay. Now, I'm not sure what I'll do to the back. If I'll put some paper on it, or so. Let's put that one aside. And since this is water, I found this one that says life is a beautiful ride. So I'm going to put that one on here. Spread this out. And remember, if you don't like touching the glue, you can use a paintbrush or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Let me put the top back on the glue. Okay. All right. So there's this one. And I could put even magnets in the corner and it could go up on something. Or if I have an easel, I can put it on an easel. You know, and one nice thing about these the paint skins is you can they're pliable. So if you put the glue down, you can really smush them into it. Okay. Okay. And we can seal it, and we can put a little, maybe I'll put a little glitter. I have the glitter, clear glitter fabric glue, fabric paint that has a little glitter to it. I have to figure out what I want to do over here in this corner. Doesn't want to stick so well, so we'll figure that out. Okay, so we made that. We made that one. We made this round, and it can go any which way. Okay, we did this one with an initial, kind of just simple, and our heart. Starting to get ready for Valentine's Day. All right. So, let me know what you think. Now I get to clean up my mess, huh? Yeah. So, just know that there's all these different shapes. Many of them I just found at the dollar store. Okay? Just letting you know. And looking ahead to February when we're doing heart stuff, if you're at the dollar store, and I think we might try to do something with this. Maybe some napkin art. Okay, so if you see these and this is something you want to do, pick them up. They have lots of different shapes. But I saw those for the hearts and thought that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, so, all right. But, and I want to show you, if you're doing paint work on the art, and you're wiping up with the, like, baby wipes or whatever, save them. Because look at, when I clean my brush off, this is so cool, and I know we're going to make something with these. I've done that before, but I just want to tell you to save a few. Like I did this one the other day, and this one's all nice and dry now. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So save them. And save your paint cans and all this stuff. Let me push this up a little bit. It was a fun Make It Monday, for sure. Look at, you could even put a fun glitter sticker, tag, more buttons, little baubles. You know, these little things that we just save and don't know what to do with them. Those are fun. So you don't have to really go out and buy a lot of stuff. You know, just look around the house, see what you got. And that's pretty darn good. Okay? So, you guys all have a great Monday. Stay warm, because up here in Northeast Ohio, it's cold. But at least we're not getting the wind like we were. So that's good. We can celebrate for that. And so, actually, everybody guys have a great day. And remember, I won't be live next week. And it'll be the week after. But the schedule is posted on our Facebook page. Look at the banner on the top. Okay? All right, guys. See you later. Bye.